What's up, guys? It's Nick from Maher Media. We're back with another post-game breakdown. And the Flyers hosted the Carolina Hurricanes for a Metropolitan Division matchup, and the Canes triumphed 4-1 over Philadelphia. Now, I just want to say right off the kick, I'm not putting any of this loss on 𝐊𝐈𝐂𝐊𝐶. Obviously, 30 seconds in, a shot goes through heavy traffic and finds its way to the back of the net, and the Flyers are already down 1-0. He did very well as the game went on at tracking pucks, keeping the Flyers in the game itself, and they just left him out to dry. There was a lot of defensive turnovers. The Flyers just had a hard time getting out of their own zone, and it reflected in the score. Now, the one thing that the Carolina Hurricanes, in my opinion, do better than everyone else is their entire game. They have a very, very complete game when it comes to basic hockey. Their back check is elite. Their forecheck is just otherworldly. They are peppering teams with shots from everywhere onto the ice, and before a shot even reaches towards the net, they already have players in motion to scoop up the rebounds, and they just do it in a better way than I think most NHL teams actually do, and give them credit for. And they did that a lot throughout this game. You know, the Flyers weren't without their looks. Konechny, Tippett, Michkov, Forrester all come to mind as guys who had some chances that just didn't go their way, or pucks didn't settle on their sticks. Michkov had a really good look in the first period that just he couldn't settle onto his stick, and 𝐊𝐂𝐃𝐄 got over just in time and saved it. And it was a tough night for the Flyers. They really could not get anything going offensively. Every time they did manage to break out of their zone, the Hurricanes swarmed them, gained possession of the puck back, and went down the other end of the ice, and did what the Hurricanes do best: line up and fire away towards the goalie. Ryan Poehling had a nice goal from the blue line. 𝐊𝐃𝐄 wasn't expecting it and goes in, and for most of the game it was tied 1-1. And then the third period started, and the Hurricanes came out and just did what they do best. They lit up the Flyers. They lit up their defense, their offense, the goaltending. They just shut them down completely. For the Flyers, this is one of those games I think you look at and you say, okay, we need to tighten up defensively here. Against Colorado and Buffalo and Ottawa, there were a lot of turnovers there, but they were, they managed to get by on those. But with teams like Carolina, who will make you pay for those mistakes, they can't afford to keep doing that. You have a Saturday afternoon matchup against one of the worst teams in the National Hockey League record-wise in Chicago on Saturday. You can't take the Blackhawks lightly. You need to hammer down that we need to be tighter defensively. And you look at this, you look at the game, you kind of say, okay, this is where they smoked us. We need to get better at this. And you hammer away at that in practice. And like I said, Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock against Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks should be a fun one. I know I'll be watching. Thanks, guys.